manage my account in details, let me first of all go to my client machine from my office and log in as this new staff. So this is my server room, probably on the ground floor or on the 7th floor of the building. Meanwhile, the new staff is on floor 3. So he goes to floor 3, starts the computer on his table, or in this case, the virtual machine from his remote site in Nigeria. And then he says, so he's trying to log on here. What's this? I don't know what I'm seeing. All right, so we scroll down, go to Windows that I'm familiar with, and then I say, oh, okay, I know what the problem is. Now, this machine is logged in. Let us log out first of all. You see what you see now, take note of what you see. Then let me log out. Let me restart the system. Now, this is the client. The client can work in one of 2 ways. The server can only work as, when I say server, pardon me, I actually mean the domain controller in this case. It's also server because it's also the DNS server, the DHCP server, and the ADDS server. But more specifically, I want you to get used to the term DC, domain controller. All right, so the domain controller can only work as server in one way, but the client can work in one of 2 ways. I'll show you how. The client can work either as a standalone system that will allow you log in locally, or let me maximize. So this is what I want to show you. So I scroll. All right, now I can see. Now you can log in either as Akin to this local computer, to this local client. You have nothing to do with the domain. You are just standing alone. You are not connecting to anybody. Or you log in as other user. In other words, you'll be using this machine to connect to the domain as a client, either to the local machine or as a client in the domain. In this case, what we want to do is log on to the domain as a client using the account that was created for me. So what's my username for this account? My username for the account is, all right, so I do that and I press enter. So it's successful because it says this user password must be changed. It says user must change. You remember we clicked user must change password at next logon?
Yes.
So that's why it's showing us this user's password must change before signing in. But the fact that it allows that means that it was successful. All right, so that's my old password. What's my new password?
Early 2020-ish.
No, that was the old password. Now I'm trying to enter a new password. The reason for this is so that I do not hold anyone responsible for any atrocity, any breach of policy done in my name. So I am the only one who knows the password to my account. So if money was moved or any security policy was breached, I will not have any reason to say somebody else did it. It's me. So only me knows my password. So this is a security measure. So what should be my new password? I don't know. Let me try. No, it won't allow this because it fixed my name. Oh, you write down this new password because we need to log in later with it. My new password is Darren with capital D. So I have done my first assignment as the new network administrator. Of course, as the new trainee network administrator. So I've been able to create account for our new staff, and the new staff has been able to log in successfully. All right, while that is logging in, because the first time it's logging in, so it's going to take a while to create the profile and do a lot of preparation. So while that one is logging in, let's look at our server. So back to server, you recognize this place? All right, so if I double click that account now, I can play around with stuff on this account. For example, I could say account. I could say user must change password at next logon again. I could do that. I could say user cannot change password, or whatever password I've given you, that is what you must use. I could do that. I could say, are you seeing what I'm clicking?
Yes, sir.
All right. I could say password never expires. Or I could say, well, this training is for 1 month. Therefore, stop password using reversible encryption. That's about security. Don't worry. Well, Whether you worry or not, it doesn't matter. Password never expires. Account is disabled. This guy is, for some reason, you want to disable your account. If this was a paid course and you are owing, I'll come here and say account is disabled. Or in the case of a corporate organization, your appointment has been terminated. Okay. So the first thing, of course, in the corporate, the normal IT policy is for the administrator to first of all click this before we come to your office to give you your termination letter. You must make sure your account is first of all disabled. Otherwise, once you get your termination letter, you just say, they want to try me, and then you go and commit some havoc here. All right, so select smart card. This is if you want to use smart card. People keep coming in and keep distracting me. Smart card, if you want to use smart card for your authentication, as we do here in the Western world. Account is sensitive. What's this? Account is sensitive. I cannot be deleted. Okay, you could click that if you don't want to ever mistakenly delete this account. Just scroll down. You don't have to know everything one by one. You are just administrators in the making. I don't want to bore you with. All right, but these are the basic things. These are the places your administrator will go to do a click. Many times you call the administrator to say, I'm having this issue or that issue. Account expires. So I could say, okay, this is a 1 month course. I will allow you to practice only to come on my domain and practice only for 1 month. All right. So in that case, I'll come here and I say, this account is active until, for example, October 31st. I could just take any date. All right. And then once I click apply, whatever I have taken here would apply to your account. So I could also come here and say, oh, this account logged you out because of something I've configured. So you call the administrator to say, for example, in a bank, you attempted to, I'm going to show you where that is activated, but you are logged out of the account because you entered the wrong password maybe 3 times. And then this one will be checked because, you'll be logged out of the account. So you call the administrator or customer care or somebody who is responsible for unlocking your account. All he does when he double clicks your account name is unlock account. And then he says apply, and then your account. All right. And then you could go further to say log on hours from all computers. I say all computers. So that's how to do that. Practice and get used to it. I can go back to that account and say the same Akin Aregbesola, and then I will say account, and then I can do, did I click something here? Account is no, let me just leave everything clear. All right.